Although the earlier auditors of City Harvest Church had blessed the bonds, when Sim Guan Sing became engagement partner in 2009, he wanted the bonds off CHC's books. It was this that led to the plans to redeem the Extron bonds. Over the last 2 days of the City Harvest trial, the court heard the testimony of CHC Finance Director Sharon Tan. Tan, who became a CHC member at the age of 15, joined the church as a staff member and was promoted to finance manager in January 2008 when Serena Wee resigned from that position to start her own accounting firm. Tan's testimony has been that she had not had any reason to doubt the soundness of the transactions she was taking over from Wee, as they had been drafted by lawyers and subject to the scrutiny of the auditors. In fact, Wee still continued to help the auditors with Extron bond matters, although she was no longer a CHC staff, because the bonds had been structured before Tan took over. Yesterday, the court heard that during the 2008 audit, engagement partner Tiang Yi, audit manager Fung Ai Fang, as well as Baker Tilly managing partner Fung Dao Ching had asked about and were made fully aware that the bond proceeds from the Extron bonds were going to fund San Ho's album. The audit team was also well aware of related party transactions. Tan's state of mind then was that the defendants had all been transparent with the auditors. Also raised was Extron's purchase of the Riverwalk property. Tan told the court that she was confident that it was a financially sound transaction which the church board had approved. Adding to her assurance was the fact that a lawyer from Drew & Napier handled the sale and purchase of Riverwalk for Extron. The court also heard that the board was told that this purchase would be funded by a loan. It was seen in court that CHC was consistently looking for a new property at that time. The church congregation had outgrown its Jurong West building, and other parcels of land earmarked for religious use were too small. Hence, the church began its hunt for a commercial piece of property that could house its growing size. Tan explained to the court that Kong Hee had told the executive members of the church in an extraordinary general meeting in 2008 that it was crucial to keep Extron and CHC independent of each other, because Extron had been tasked with looking for this new property, and if the two entities were connected, Extron would be seen as a religious organization and would not succeed in its mission. As such, Extron also had to grow quickly into a successful commercial entity in its own right. The court heard that the search had reached a critical point. Palm oil, which was the defendant's code word for Suntec Singapore, was heating up in late 2008, but there were two failed bids in early 2009. Matters became complicated when the bonds came under question from a new auditor. The court heard today. Tan had told the court that the bonds had been blessed by the auditors in 2008. However, in 2009, when auditor Sim Guan Sing took over Tiang Yi as engagement partner, he did not share the previous audit team's view of the relationship between Extron and CHC. Tan told the court that Sim wanted the Extron bonds off the CHC books because he saw no reason for the church to invest in unquoted bonds, which he deemed risky. Despite the defendant's efforts to explain the importance of the property search, Sim felt that the two entities had to be consolidated if the bonds continued to exist. Tan told the court she was puzzled because the bonds had already been blessed by the auditors previously. To protect Extron's continued search for a new property, it hence became necessary to redeem the Extron bonds and clear them off CHC's books. The court saw the defendants come up with different plans to redeem the bonds. Eventually, it was fund manager Chew Eng Han who came up with the idea to give Extron advance rental from CHC for two purposes: to redeem the Extron Inferna bonds and at the same time enable Extron to make an initial payment for the new property. Senior counsel Kanan Ramesh established through Tan's testimony that the CHC board had approved of this plan, and the structuring of the Advance Rental License Agreement, or ARLA, was presented to the board in July 2009. Sharon Tan's examination-in-chief continues tomorrow. For more information, please log on to citynews.sg. This is Wayne Chung for City News Singapore.